Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Gary, and this is The Truth in Black and White. He said our life is like a vapor to him.
Yeah.
You talking about somebody with no beginning and no ending.
Right.
He just exists. That's a whole nother lesson in and of itself we'll take on one day on this broadcast. But he just is. Mm-hmm. So therefore, he's outside of time, and he deals with people in time. Right. Because he's timeless. He has no perception of a long time, a short time. He's not impatient because he's not in time. Mm-hmm. So you got to understand, he's given us time to be saved.
At the same time, there is an appointed time, and we're rapidly approaching it because things are falling into place. The Bible has the answers. I mean, for any Bible skeptic, you can't overlook Daniel. Go to the book of Daniel and just read. And you can't read the Bible as a historical book, but you can look at something like the book of Daniel, and just from just look at it from an unbiased standpoint. Just read it. How could anybody prophesy the things that happened in the book of Daniel that actually occurred as you look at him talking about the Babylonian Empire, the Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, and the Roman Empire coming into play? Okay, just on that alone, that should be enough to make you go, you know what? I should take a little more heed to this.
And go and study it. Go and check it out and see. Yeah. You know, what made me believe the Bible was I went and checked it out historically and checked out the facts. Mm-hmm. And it lines up. It's mm-hmm. true. So what I'm saying is, if we can see what God's saying something that happened in the past and it happened, then let's see what he said for the future and see if it will happen.
Right.
And we are seeing right now the things prophesied in the Bible mm-hmm. for the end of time coming into place. Right. He prophesied a one world government. George Bush, the first George Bush, gave the signal for the start of when he said, "This is the dawning of a new world order." I challenge any one of you, listen to me, any one of you to look in your pocket right now, take out a dollar bill. If you take out a dollar bill, you'll find on the back of your dollar bill a pyramid on the back of it. On the back of the dollar bill, on the top of it, you see the words, Annuit. Oh, my glasses. I'm wearing my glasses. Annuit Coptus. And underneath it, you see Nouveau Order Seclorum.
I think that the top part, I think, means the dawning of or the birth of.
Okay.
And the bottom is the New World Order.
The birth of a New World Order. On your own dollar bill with a triangle, which is the universal symbol for eternal power of the satanic kingdom. It's a triangle with a triangle cut off the top of it with an eye in it, the all-seeing eye of Horus, which is a satanic eye, meaning that Satan watches over the whole universal world. And this is a new world order built on the Egyptian pyramids, and it's all symbolic of the satanic trinity that's coming to earth to rule it through the Antichrist.
And for those of you that say that's a bunch of junk, why they put it on the dollar? What is that? What is it there for? This here is evil.
But see, it's right in front of us and nobody sees it.
That's right.
It's right in your face and hidden away. They hate us for exposing it. We know that. We know that the governmental system despise people who tell the truth about it. There's guys who are marginalized and made to look like nuts all over mm-hmm. this country because they tell the truth, and then the first thing they hear is conspiracy theorists. These guys are conspiracy theorists. This is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
The way to undermine the truth is to make it a conspiracy or make it the domain of kooks and wackos.
Right.
Folks, listen. What makes it so unbelievable is the fact that it is so unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Can't you see this? That Satan is making it sound like it's unbelievable so that you'll fall prey to it.
Right.
We don't come across, I don't believe, it's nuts. Mm-hmm. We're not kooks. We're not even Bible extremists. We're not people who radically espouse the Bible as you're going to hell. No, we're saying the Bible is a guidebook. It's a book given by God to show us the way in the midst of darkness so we can see what's going on around us. Right. You don't have to be an extremist. Like Tom said, it's the middle of the road. Not to the left, not to the right. Not the thesis, not the antithesis. Right. The synthesis.
Right.
See, whenever you get two extreme people arguing back and forth, normally you'll find the way to resolve the argument is to come to a synthesis. You say left, I say right. You synthesize both opinions and you got the answer most of the time.
Right.
It's just your extreme thinking
Right.
that disallows the truth.
And you can't go by what these people on the TV talk constantly. You always see
Please,
the presentation.
please don't go to that. Go
You
to
got
that.
the right and the left. The right will say something. The left will say, no, that's not true. They keep going back and forth.
For ratings.
Somebody's
That's
got to be
ratings.
telling lies.
Right.
Somebody's got to be lying. For
Right.
somebody to just say a flatline statement and the other person to say that's not true. They just go back and forth, and they're both lying.
Like
They're
I
all
said,
lying.
people like arguments. They like debates.
Right.
You didn't go to see George Foreman fight Muhammad Ali for them to go out there in little ballerina tutus and have slippers on and ribbons in their hair and just twirl around in the fight ring. You want to see two people polarize each other.
And that itself is kind of crazy when you think about it. That's how
That's
messed
a
up
whole
we
other
are.
ball.
That's how messed up we are.
Stupid.
Yeah.
See another human being beat another human being bloody and sit there and root for it.
You know that ain't right.
It's crazy. But what I'm saying is that they get ratings from fights and arguments. That's why you get these reality shows. You want to see somebody hit somebody, beat somebody, Jerry Springer, cheaters on TV, all these reality shows where they're fighting and arguing and cursing and scratching and clawing. Feelings are being hurt, and folks are being made to feel like they're less than a human being or rejected. Folks love that. It feeds the fallen nature of fallen humanity.
Right.
You don't look at something to see the good. The evil captivates you.
Right.
I mean, slash movies and murder movies. You go to see the murder and the mayhem. It's something in a human that likes bloodletting.
That can't be good. Now, just on that alone, just looking at our culture, looking at what's being produced and put into our kids' minds from these movies and the music and everything, it's all bloody. It's all violent. That can't be good. Somebody's got to at least come to their senses to say, look, you know what? Why should our kids be subjected to this? Why all the cussing? Why do you got to turn on the TV and hear bleeps everywhere? Because people are because it's the iniquity that's on their lips is coming out of people right now to a degree where this whole thing is turning into a mass hysteria. It's an insane asylum. And somebody's got to come right through and say, look, we're calling it what it is. We're just telling you the truth about it. That's just the way it is. And we got to come out of it. That's the salvation, is to turn from it and to come out and to recognize it for what it is. It's not that, we're condemning anybody. We're saying, look, just come out. Get out.
Yeah, get your mind out.